Over the past decade, we have for the first time learned about specific genetic markers or changes in our DNA that influence risk for obesity in the general population. And we've also learned that many of these genetic risk markers are located within genes that are involved in brain eating pathways. And so we decided to look to see whether these genetic markers may be associated with food intake. In this study, over 2,000 people who participated in the Look Ahead study provided information on their dietary intake over the past 6 months and also gave us consent for genetic analyses. And we examined whether the genetic markers that increase risk for obesity may also influence the pattern or content of their diet over the past 6 months. We found that obesity genetic risk markers within 2 genes, in particular a gene called FTO and one called BDNF, were associated with greater total caloric intake over the day, as well as more meals and snacks throughout the day, and greater servings from the fats and sweets food group. The BDNF marker in particular was associated with roughly 100 more calories of intake per day, which could have a substantial influence on obesity over time. This data will need to be replicated, but to the extent that certain genetic risk markers do appear to influence, the pattern or content of dietary intake, people may be able to reduce their genetic risk by changing behaviorally the diet composition or pattern.